On YouTube, millions knew him as Apetor, the fearless Norwegian man who seemed immune to ice, cold, and danger. For over 15 years, he captured the imagination of viewers around the world with his bizarre stunts, surreal humor, and love for life on the edge. But behind the laughter and vodka, there was always risk. And in November of 2021, the icy waters that had made him famous finally claimed his life. Tor Rotke Eckhoff was born on November 22, 1964 in Sundefjord, Norway. By all accounts, he lived an ordinary life. He worked in a local paint factory, surrounded by friends and family. But Tor had an adventurous streak, a love of the outdoors, and a sharp, absurd sense of humor. He wasn't interested in being polished or glamorous. He wanted to capture moments of strangeness, rawness, and comedy. In 2006, YouTube was still in its infancy. Tor uploaded his first videos under the name Apetor. The username itself was odd, almost nonsense, but fitting for the strange persona he would create. Apetor's content didn't look like what other creators were making. There were no fancy edits, no clickbait thumbnails, and no scripted skits. Instead, viewers saw Tor wandering into freezing forests, falling through ice, skating on dangerously thin lakes, or plunging into icy tubs, all while smiling, laughing, or raising a bottle of vodka to the camera. His humor was simple but effective. He rarely spoke much in his videos, yet he didn't need to. His physical comedy, paired with the raw danger of his stunts, created a unique style of entertainment. By the early 2010s, Apetor had built a loyal following. His videos like First Snow became yearly traditions. Fans looked forward to his antics as the seasons changed. What made Apetor different was his ability to turn discomfort into comedy. Where others avoided thin ice, Tor embraced it. Where others saw freezing water as life-threatening, he treated it as a playground. He was often seen shirtless, running barefoot through the snow, or plunging into icy tubs covered with ice. Sometimes he'd cut a hole into the surface, dive in, then climb out laughing, shaking, and gasping for air. And always there was vodka. A small bottle of clear liquor often appeared in his videos, adding to the absurd, daredevil persona he created. It was part comedy, part stunt, and part performance art. But behind the laughter was real danger. Thin ice can be deadly. Freezing water can overwhelm the body in seconds. And for years, Tor played closer and closer to that line.
One of Apetor's most famous traditions was his birthday videos. Every year, he uploaded a video with the title, "I am not dead, I am this age today." It was a strange, darkly comic ritual. Tor seemed to laugh at the very idea of mortality. Each time he declared himself not dead, his fans smiled, knowing that he was still alive, still entertaining, still pushing boundaries. But in 2021, his birthday upload would become a chilling prophecy. On November 22nd, 2021, Tor celebrated his 57th birthday. True to tradition, he uploaded his video, "I am not dead, I am 57 today." fans laughed, the ritual continued. Nobody could have guessed what would happen next. Just 5 days later, on November 27th, Tor was filming near Jakob's Dam in Kongsberg, Norway. It was a scene his viewers had seen many times before. Frozen water, a man skating, joking, perhaps preparing to plunge into icy depths once again. But this time, something went wrong. Tor fell through the ice. At first, it may have seemed like another stunt. He had fallen through before, countless times, and always emerged with a smile. But this time, he did not resurface in time. Witnesses called for help. Divers rushed to the scene. Emergency crews pulled him from the freezing water and transported him to the hospital by air ambulance. But after hours of attempts, it was too late. Tor Rotje Ekhoff, Apetor, had died at the age of 57. News of his death spread quickly. Fans around the world were devastated. His final video, declaring himself not dead, became haunting in hindsight. It was as if Apetor knew his time was limited, yet he laughed in the face of mortality until the very end. By the time of his death, his channel had amassed over 1.4 million subscribers. His videos had been viewed tens of millions of times. Even now, his channel remains online, filled with icy stunts, laughter, and vodka-fueled antics.